Okay, what on earth is going on right now? Because Grow a Garden, why do we keep coming back to Grow a Garden? Every single time I make a video about this game, I tell myself that I'm not going to make another video about it unless something major happens, and then immediately something major happens. How does this game keep doing it? Because Grow a Garden, yes, the ultra basic, weirdly addictive, but also kind of boring little planting vegetable game is now officially and continuing to be the biggest Roblox game ever. Yes, we knew that, but it's getting so much worse? Better? I really don't know how to explain this one, because just 1 week after absolutely destroying the previous record on Roblox of Blox Fruits having 2.7 million concurrent players by reaching their own peak of 5 million players, Grow a Garden has somehow already managed to outdo itself. This time they got almost pretty much 9 million concurrent players at its peak. I'm not joking, 9 million. 1 week after they just reached 5 million, which was already a number that was difficult enough for us to comprehend. And now here we are, within 7 days, they've pretty much doubled it. Like it was nothing. And also that is more than triple the original record that I was just talking about, the one that they already beat. And also that's more than the population of some countries. Like that is enough players to literally crash Roblox. And honestly, I'm surprised it didn't break a lot more majorly than it did, because I think it did go down, or there was some lag or something like that. I don't know, unfortunately I was not there to witness this one happening, and when somebody sent me a message saying that Grow a Garden had literally just reached 9 million players, I thought they were joking. I didn't believe it. I wasn't home, so I couldn't even check it, and I just thought they were trying to make a stupid joke. Even though it wasn't funny, the reason it wasn't funny is because it was real. That was a fact, that Grow a Garden reached 9 million players. What makes this so insane to me, every single time that we talk about this, every single time something like this happens, is that Grow a Garden isn't some super flashy, very advanced Roblox game, like all this action-packed stuff that we can see across the rest of the entire platform. This is one of the most basic games that you will ever play on Roblox, and this isn't like in a bad way. I mention this more in a way of I'm genuinely impressed but also bewildered as to how they continue to reach such ridiculous numbers and break such ridiculous records when it's one of the most basic classic games on the platform. You plant the vegetables, you grow the vegetables, you sell the vegetables, that's it, that's the whole game. You can probably see me play it in the background of this video, and somehow nearly 9 million players were doing exactly that at the exact same time. The game is so simple, it almost feels like a joke, but here we are with Grow a Garden casually breaking the records like it's nothing. The video that I made about this last time, like last week when they reached 5 million players, I said in that video it would probably be a very long time until we saw another Roblox game even coming close to that peak of 5 million players, and I said the only game that might break that record was Grow a Garden itself, and well, guess what? Here we are talking about it because it actually did. Grow a Garden is truly in a league of its own. The other games aren't even comparable in terms of this success and this rapid growth, because need I remind you all that this game is not even 2 months old yet. And if all of this wasn't already insane, absolutely completely unhinged to be talking about, there was an article that I also found called Roblox game has more active players than the top 100 Steam games combined, which, first of all, this article seems like a parody. I said this last time, every time we see some kind of news article or news Twitter account reporting on something about Grow a Garden, it feels more like a parody news account, but it's always real. At the time of that article being created, the top 100 games on Steam, all of them combined had 7.3 million players, and when that was being written, Grow a Garden had only reached 7.7 million players, so by the end of that article, the game had actually surpassed all of those games on Steam by almost 2 million more players. Like, that's not even a competition. There is no competition. Like, one game on Roblox versus 100 games on Steam. Not just any 100 games, the top 100 games beat by one game on Roblox about growing vegetables. And of course we had KreekCraft on the scene once again. He seemed to have been live tweeting throughout this entire chaos, all of this a disaster, because apparently Roblox went down at one point, Twitter went down, everything was going down, all in the middle of Grow a Garden releasing its new update. But it all started when Grow a Garden started their 2-hour countdown leading up to the live event for the update, and then at that point the game had already reached 5 million players. They were all just sitting there in the game waiting for the update 2 hours before it was supposed to even release. They knew that it was 2 hours until the release because the game said very big, very bold text, 2 hours. They knew that they were going to be sitting there, all 5 million of them, waiting for the countdown, waiting for the event. It's kind of like a cult, actually, a little garden growing, vegetable planting cult. And then once the update finally released, KreekCraft tweeted once again, Grow a Garden almost hit 9 million players. Roblox hit a peak of 17.5 million players, and yeah, Roblox, I think, immediately started breaking, probably. I did say this last time, with 5 million players in one game, I was pleasantly surprised and also very shocked that Roblox didn't immediately combust. They actually held up pretty well. So now to have 9 million players in a game, I'm not surprised that there was some things like lags or stutters or some kind of broken things around the website, but ultimately it didn't go down, not in the way that you would expect, with Roblox having almost 18 million people on the platform inside of games at once. The whole platform was probably struggling to breathe, but honestly that is fair. We cannot even blame Roblox for this one, because before this game, Grow a Garden, even existed, the highest concurrent player count for any Roblox game that we ever saw was like 2 million, and that alone was seen as massive, and now they just casually hit 9 million like it's not a big deal. This isn't even a Roblox game growing, it's not growth, it's not success. This is a whole new era, and it's appearing from absolutely nowhere because, like I mentioned earlier, this game is not even 2 months old yet. It hasn't even been released for 2 months yet. And look, I want to be very clear, I feel like I keep reiterating this every time I talk about this game, but I have absolutely nothing against the game or the developers or even the players. If anything, I am very impressed by the success that they are achieving. They probably didn't plan for 9 million players when creating a game about growing a garden, but it's happening and we cannot blame them for that. I just genuinely do not understand how any of this is happening. Like, I've played Grow a Garden, I've sat there, I've planted my vegetables, I've sold my vegetables, I've upgraded whatever I need to upgrade, and it's fine, it's a chill game, but it genuinely is one of the most basic games I've ever seen on Roblox, and it gets very boring very quickly. There's no crazy innovation, no deeper mechanics, no storyline, no combat. I mean, even the base plate, as we can see, is the classic Roblox base plate. They've done nothing special to this game. It's just grow the things, click the things, sell the things, I don't know. But yet somehow that simplicity is what's bringing in 9 million people into one game at the very same time. I don't even know how to describe it. Is it, like KreekCraft said, the attention that it's receiving on YouTube Shorts or TikTok, the algorithm? We know it's not bots because we've already been through that, which is still insane that this game is not botted. But even so, even if it is the success on TikTok or YouTube Shorts with the younger players, the younger generations, 9 million players to come from that is insane. It's ridiculous. So yeah, a little gardening simulator game on Roblox is casually breaking the entire platform, to be honest, even breaking the internet, because that whole article about this game having more players than the top 100 Steam games combined is unheard of. We've never seen that happen with Roblox games before. Welcome to Roblox 2025, where the most powerful force on the entire platform is apparently a pixel carrot. It's weird, it's kind of hilarious, it's a little bit terrifying how quickly they grew and how intensely they grew, but it's also kind of inspiring, very impressive. So if anything, we should give a shout out to the developers of Grow a Garden, because they are really, quite literally, changing the game on Roblox, changing how Roblox works. So please, the comments is the place to go. Tell me what you guys think about Grow a Garden reaching 9 million players just 1 week after they reached 5 million players. I don't know what is going to happen next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.